I don't know why this isn't opening. And then you can pick the eggshells out. Hi, my name's Jess. This is my kitchen sink. Today I'm gonna make dumplings, which I grew up making with my mom. But before I get started, if you haven't subscribed, click below. So the flour and the sauces I didn't buy because they were already in my pantry. Everything else I bought at Whole Foods for $14.69. So I learned this dumpling recipe from a lot of different people in my life. The first person is definitely my mom. I grew up making dumplings with her, but she never really taught me how to make the filling, and she always bought the wrappers. It's kind of like making pasta dough, honestly. Teaspoon of sesame oil, which I always have it in my fridge. And my friends are obsessed with the secret door in my fridge. This is the secret door. This is the real door. And you can also do this, which is nice. It might look a little bit weird and janky at first, so then that's when you keep adding in a little bit of hot water at a time until it all comes together into a cohesive dough. Does this look okay? Not that sticky, which is good, and it does look pretty uniform. I guess I'll just keep kneading this for a little bit, then set it aside for 15 minutes. My high school sweetheart actually taught me how to make the filling from scratch. And I just distinctly remember in his studio apartment, it was like the most bare bones cooking situation, but I have really fond memories of it. I use one cutting board for this. I get really nervous about handling raw meat, so I like to chop up vegetables or produce first. My mom was very adamant that you separate these parts of the green onions and these parts of the green onions. I'm not sure why, I just listened to her. I used to be a food writer for 2 years, so a lot of my inspiration comes from working in that industry and also reading a lot of cookbooks, but I would say my primary inspiration comes from my mom. I hope Mama Chou is proud. Bless you. This is my least favorite part. I think raw meat is really, really, really gross. Ugh. This is something that my mom taught me where you just do this over and over and over again, and she usually uses a cleaver, but I don't have a cleaver, I just have a really dull knife. Speaking of which, if any of you know how to use this sharpening stone, please comment below because I really need to sharpen my knives. So you pour soy sauce over it, also sesame oil, the white parts of the green onions, and the ginger. Hands are clean, I feel good. I add 1 egg. I'm really bad at cracking eggs too. Wow, I don't know why this isn't opening. Yeah, okay, so this is, I think we're okay. We're okay. And you mix it like this. And the goal is to get it to a point where you can stir through it with chopsticks. You want it to sound kind of like wet mud, like if you were stomping around on a really rainy day in rain boots, that's what it should sound like. Cornstarch gets everywhere, so I have to go put on an apron. You can roll out the dough with flour, but I actually prefer using cornstarch. It just makes it a little bit more slippery and easier to roll out, and it also doesn't get as tough. You roll once, and then you turn it. If your cutting board is slipping, you get a paper towel, you get it wet, and you put it underneath, and voila, it won't slip anymore. You want it to be this thin and about this wide. When I was a kid, I always wanted to eat the dough raw because it smelled so good to me, but my mom never let me. Do I? Wait, do I really? Hold on. Is it still on my lips? No? Points, don't wear lipstick when making dumplings. Filling, this is my favorite part. The last person I made this for was actually a date. He suggested that we make dumplings together. And I was like, wait, dumplings aren't really good date material. I kind of want like a tablespoon worth. And then you line the rim of the wrapper with water, then fold it over, and I like to pinch the top first, then I take one edge and I crimp it over. And you keep doing it until you run out of wrapper on one side, and then you mirror that on the other. Look how cute that is. It's got like a little belly. So you can pan fry dumplings, but I prefer boiling them because it's a lot easier. These are ready. Usually if I'm having a lot of friends over, I'll make a sauce. When it's just me, I usually do some soy sauce, sesame oil, and then something for a little extra kick, ground fresh chili paste. I only do a little bit because I'm a wimp. This one turned out great. I feel like dumplings are a one bite situation. Oh, it's a little spicy. I love making dumplings because it always reminds me of my family and my friends, and I feel like it's the one recipe that has evolved with me over time. It's changed a lot with me, and it's included a lot of new tricks that I've learned along the way. And it's also just something really fun to make with friends. Like, you can't really go wrong with it. Click below to see the full recipe. Come here, Moji. Good boy. Thanks so much for watching My Kitchen Sink. To watch more videos like this, click here, and to subscribe, click here.